on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. So we have a new hero going on Overwatch. So looks like this is Sigma. Now this is a very interesting hero that has to be able to define a gravity. Now this one might be able to check the hero details that he has all kinds of good tricks and abilities that he might perform. Now the only weapon he uses is the Hyperspheres. Launches 2 charges which implode after a short duration, dealing damage in the area. The Kinetic Grasp that absorbs projectiles in front of you and convert them into shields. And this is definitely might be a new trick might be included. So it looks like it's Acceleration. Gather a mass of debris and throw it at the enemy to knock them down. And the only defense that he can do is the experimental barrier. Hold to propel a floating barrier to release the stop. Press again to recall the barrier to you. And his ultimate ability is the Gravitic Flux. Manipulate gravity to lift enemies into air and slam them back down. Now it's going to be very experimental that this hero is. Definitely might be very good to see it. But this might be able to have defined gravity that he is going to be able to study, but well, guess that he is part of talent, of course, so looks like let's go and get ready to try him out.
There is no obligation for the universe to make sense to you.
So it also has a limited ammo for these small particles, so this is going to be quite very extraordinary that this one might be able to have one good experimental test that this one might try it out. So this is going to be able to use the training bot that this one might be able to give a good example. So this one might be able to go standard fire that this one might go in. See, just like taking 2 shots first. So this is definitely might be seen to do it. So it's definitely like a double tap, because it is definitely might be strange looking particles that this one might be able to perform. Now this is going to be able to take procedure that this one might go into the next area. Now this is going to be able to try it out with this nice ability that this is going to be able to perform. Now it also has features to be included, so it will be able to have sprays for Sigma at any time soon. So this is going to be able to have to take the Kinetic Grasp that this one might be able to put it on for. So just going to be able to go with the R1 that this one might be able to use it. Oh man! Now this is definitely might be quite tricky to be able to perform. So using a pile of debris that this one might be able to perform a boulder. So it is definitely might be pretty cool. So this is going to be able to take a lot of good few chances to be able to make. Now let's just going to be able to go on over to the training ground, and this one might be able to have a very good extra range that this one might be able to go there. Now let's just going to be able to try this, and then this one might be able to throw some rocks at it, so this one might be able to perform some minimum damage for use. So let's just going to be able to take it with a minimum damage to see it. Okay, close enough. Now let's see, this is going to be able to take 2 shots that this one might be able to perform. So let's just going to be able to try this again. Oh, now that was a very good boulder slam finish. Now this is definitely might be very experimental that this one might be able to define gravity. Now this is going to be able to have to take for the next phase that this one might be able to bring out with the experimental barrier. Just going to be able to have to wait for 2 friendly bots will be able to restore to be rebuilt to be able to get back on track. So this is going to be able to try it out and see it.
Activating the barrier.
Now that was a very good barrier, so it might be able to keep it well occupied to be busy. So it might be able to block the enemy attacks. If this is going to be able to get everything, might provide cover. So this one might be able to return it back in. So it might be very good. Now let's just going to be able to try this out, and then this is going to be a very good minimum damage to see it for. Now let's see, this is definitely might be able to do with the L1 button to be able to see it. Okay, so this one might be able to perform a pile of debris that this one might be performed to see it. So the Kinetic Grasp that this one might be able to absorb projectiles in front of you. So maybe let's see this is going to be able to get close. Now, even that this is definitely might be quite see this one board, so just going to be able to check again. Well, it also in front of you and convert them into shields, so that was definitely might be giving one extra tip to see it. So, alright, now looks like this is going to be able to be ready to bring out the ultimate ability to try it out to see what it looks like, because this could get very experiment whenever it gets closer to it. So let's see how it goes. Oh man, no matter how this trick might be performed, because that was a very tricky ultimate ability that could probably able to use it on enemy heroes, that this one might have a chance to be able to make one good kills to do it. Now, let's just gonna be able to try this ultimate ability again. So, just gonna be able to move around and take them down at once for it. And then just gonna be able to use the folder. And this is definitely might be able to use the Kinetic Grasp whenever it's possible to be able to use it on shields.
Observe the barrier.
Okay, now it's just gonna be able to go and observe. So this is definitely might be able to have one chain ability move trick that this is definitely might be able to perform. So even that if you're already good by playing as Sigma, by using any tricks, any abilities will be performed. So that was definitely might be a very good skill that if you already got a good technique to be performed. Now let's see this one might be able to try this again, that this one might be able to have a good ultimate ready. So this one might take a number of rounds by a limited, because this is going to be very impotent to see it. Alright, just going to be able to grab 2 training bots, and then this one might be able to make them slam. Just going to be able to go again, and this time this one might be able to take a very good kills that this one might take amount of damage. And if possible that this one might be able to do a melee attack whenever it gets close by taking the final blow.
Unfortunate.
Now, it is very unfortunate to be able to see it. Alright, this is definitely might be very good techniques to be able to take 2 hits, like taking the double tap, that this one might be able to have a chance to be able to reach up to have an ulti ready to go. Okay, that was definitely might be pretty good technique. So looks like this is going to be able to have ulti ready to go. So this one might be able to have a lot of chances that this one might be able to perform extensive damage that this one might be take. Okay, here we go. Let's see how this happens to be able to use this ultimate to be able to take one good extensive damage. Oh snap, this is pretty epic. Only damage heroes whenever it gets down to 0, because this is definitely might be very tricky, and this is definitely might be super cool. Now that was a very impressive hero that this one might be able to define gravity. So taking double taps by using these 2 shots, so it will might be able to perform a good trick. And mostly that this one might be able to use a summon a barrier, so it will might provide extra cover. So it will might be able to use a grasp that this is going to be able to see that this one might be able to use it in front of you and convert them into shields. Now let's see, this is going to be able to take a good damage that this one might be able to take extensive damage that this one might be able to do it. So it's going to be able to have to take a few shots that this one might need it. Now, let's just going to be able to have that training bot that this one might have without shields.
Barrier in place.
Alright, let's just going to be able to put it there, and maybe, well, it's going to be a hard trick to be able to grasp and use it to convert as shields. Alright, so looks like that was a very good hero demonstration on Sigma. So looks like this is going to be quite very good to be able to take 2 shots that this one might be able to perform. And evenly that the gravity ultimate ability is super cool, that this one might be able to stay on it for only a few seconds, because this is definitely might be pretty good to do it. So by placing a barrier at any location during the match, because this is definitely might be able to have to take few amount of damage, so if possible, whenever it gets break or not, so it might be able to deactivate at any time notice. So, looks like it's time to get ready to get started, so this might be able to be prepared for one good quick play, or in the arcade, so it might be able to have everything to be able to have the moment of choice, might be able to get started. So what else is going on in quick play? So looks like there's some changes going on, so this one might be able to have a role select that this one might be available to choose, and even the loot box will be included as well, so this is going to be able to have to choose a type that this one might be able to go for. So let's just going to be able to get ready to choose a tank. So this is going to get very interesting that this one might have a changes for the update. So, well, this is definitely might be brand new to us, so looks like if I already know, because this is going to be quite very good changes, that this is going to be very cool to see it. Now, looks like we're on Horizon Lunar Colony, and this time, this is going to be able to get started to be able to choose as Sigma. So, very good choice for the quick play by having good changes. So, just going to be able to choose 3 roles that this one might be ready to play. Good thing that Blizzard did a very good job, that this one might be able to have very good changes, that this is going to be very perfect, that this one might be able to have 2 choices, that this one might be very determined. Good thing that teammates are now ready to go to choose a different hero, and now this is going to be quite gravitational to be able to go in.
Universe to make sense to you.
Well, can I say that this is very cool, and now this is going to be able to look around to see it.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Forest, alive and breathing, and they're watching us.
Okay, looks like that was a very good quote when using this telescope. Now, it is very super cool. Alright, looks like this is going to get everything ready. So, let's wait for the doors open until this is going to be able to be ready to form up. Here we go. Let's get ready to get started, and let's do it. Good thing that this is going to be able to take the scenic route, that this is going to be able to go in. Now, this is going to be able to take double tap strategies, that this one might be able to go in. So, good thing that Sigma is the tank hero. So this is going to be able to use it for only the spice of a grab. Okay, just going to be able to make sure that this one might have a barrier. So, very good tactics that this one might be able to compare to Orisa's protected barrier. And now this is going to be able to see for a new role barrier for Sigma. Okay, let's just going to be able to go in, and then this is going to be able to bring the barrier here. Oh man, getting fired. Requested healing, and now this is going to be able to take a lot of grabs that this one might perform. Okay, well, that was definitely might be disturbing, and better get back in. Okay, good thing healing might work in. Alright, good thing my teammate avenged me, boys. Good save. Now, looks like this is going to be able to have to take seconds to be able to go again. Okay, looks like now that was a very good strategy, that this one might taking control on the objective A. Now, looks like moving on to objective B, that this is going to be able to take. So, good thing it might be need to do a lot of strategy tips as playing Sigma, because one gravity strategy might be able to perform, because this is going to be able to do a lot of skills of these tricks, and this one might be able to have one good helpful tip, that this one might be able to get started. Alright, looks like good thing my teammates is putting up an immortality field, and okay, looks like good thing I just finally got a kill. Oh boy. Wow, that was a good trick. Good thing that this is definitely might be a safe call, that this one might be able to avoid Diva's self-destruct. Now that was a very good strategy, that this one might be able to use the barrier in case of emergency. That was definitely might be giving a good trick. Now let's just gonna be able to deactivate the barrier, and now this is definitely might be put it here. So this one might be able to provide extra cover. Oh, okay, looks like one of the opposing teammates is playing Orisa. Now that was definitely might be able to go there. So let's just gonna be able to start making a new barrier. And now let's just gonna be able to grab this here. Alright. Now this is definitely might be very good strategy that this one might define absorb gravity that this one might be able to perform. Alright, taking a sacrifice and... Okay, if possible, whenever I see the opposing D.Va's self-destruct, just definitely broken down for it, so...
Stardust to stardust.
Now, looks like that was definitely might be pretty epic to be able to go in, and then this one might be able to get in. Alright, just gonna be able to take few 2 shots that this one might be able to go there. Going double tap is gonna get everything closer in to be ready, because this is gonna be defying gravity strategy that's gonna be able to go in. Alright, just gonna have to go in there and placing up the barrier, so this one might be able to provide extra covers. Okay, taking control of objective B, and this is gonna be might need to take it on for. Okay, looks like just gonna be able to stay back and get away. So maybe this one might need gravity that this one might absorb, but well, it won't absorb the gravity whenever it gets close. Well, only some few attacks that this is going to be needed in case. Well, I guess I might need to be able to learn about this hero, because this is definitely might be very interesting to get for giving one experimental. Alright, still trying to be able to go on and control B. It definitely might be able to have to stay on it. Okay, gonna have to take the higher ground. Alright, observe the barrier in case. And now this is gonna be able to place it there. Just gonna throw some rocks at them. Alright, whenever it gets done. And even that this one might be able to use a grasp, that this one might be needed to absorb some shields. Oh boy, looks like Bob is trying to do something. Alright. Just gonna be place this barrier right here. Okay, looks like took down the enemy Ash. And looks like Bob just done his work. Alright, just keep holding this together. We can still try to do this to win, so only down for 1 minute and 41 seconds. Okay, looks like barrier down. So this one might be able to take seconds to be able to recharge. Now, let's just gonna be able to have to find something for a good strategy that this is gonna be able to go in. Alright, trying to do a little grab, but this is gonna be hard to take it on for. So, alright, finally take it down. So this is gonna be able to take a little bit recharge. Alright, placing up a barrier in the air. So it's gonna be able to get closer in for, oh boy, dynamite. Just gonna be able to stay back on the range. Okay, now this is definitely might be a pretty cool trick. So this is gonna be able to take a lot of better ways to do it. So good thing that this is definitely might be very good to be able to perform a stun technique. Oh man. So close to be able to reach it onto point B, and this is gonna be able to have this for a match well done. Keep it up, teammates, and you'll do best whenever you can. Okay, looks like the ultimate is ready to go, so this is gonna get everything gravitational for the enemy heroes is definitely might be able to get there. Alright, let's just gonna go and be prepared and get ready for a gravitational grab that this one might be able to hold for it. Oh, very epic that this one might have a received kill for it. Alright, going in and observe the barrier to be able to give extra cover. Alright, looks like we finally did it, folks. We finally did it. Now that was a very good victory match. So this is gravitational cool. I hope that this is going to be quite very good to see this one. Yep, looks like there's my play of the game. Now that was very excellent to see it. Oh, looks like that was pretty epic to do it. One single kill is definitely might be quite very absurd. Now that was a very good double tap shot that this one might throw particle rocks at it. So that was very amazing. So just gonna be able to give a like on my teammates. So looks like just finally got an endorsement received is a shot caller. Now that was a very good, excellent skill of a performance, because this is definitely might be pretty cool, that this is definitely might be able to have a damage absorb that this one might have. So close to reach 5,000 damage block, because this is definitely might be pretty cool. So can I say that this is quite very fun to be able to have to get everything started. So this is going to be able to search for another match until this is going to get everything will be prepared. So good thing that this one might be able to choose the role as the tank is definitely might be very perfect, that this is going to get everything will be prepared. So good thing that this is going to be a lot of good skills. So it will might be able to take a few moments until this one might be able to go on for the next game, because this is gravitational fun to be able to enjoy it, to play this hero. It will might take a lot of skills will begin. So looks like here we go. This time it's going to be able to go on in King's Row. Now this is going to get everything will be ready to get started. So looks like just going to be able to choose him again. So this is going to be able to take plenty more gravitational strategies that this will might be come up with a good skills for it. So good thing that this is going to be able to have a very good 6 versus 6 match is definitely might be going even, that this is definitely might be pretty good to do it. So 2 tank, 2 damage, and 2 support is definitely might be pretty perfectly for a balanced match for every hero.
There's no obligation for the universe to make sense to you.
Now let's just gonna go and be prepared. So this is gonna be need to take a lot of training work to begin. So just gonna be able to say hello.
Hello.
Attack commences in 30
All right.
seconds.
Now looks like just gonna be take a lot of training to do some gravitational that this will might be performed. But I hope that this is gonna get everything ready to go. All right, healing might work, so this is gonna be quite very good and be prepared. All right, just gonna be able to do emote heroic. All right. Let's just gonna go and be prepared to perform a barrier that this one might be ready. Alright, place any barrier on any location on the spot, so this one might be needed in case. Alright, just gonna be able to do this trick, and then just gonna be able to perform a boulder that this one might come in. Alright, just gonna be able to grab the gravity, and this one might be able to absorb some shields convertedly that this will be in case. Alright, never leave that barrier behind, so this one might need it in case. Okay, now gonna have to deal with that enemy Orisa, and oh boy, that was a little bit caught up on it. Okay, that was so close to get a little bit lagged up on it. Okay, so close and almost get taken down. Now, looks like this is gonna be a little heavy stand-up fight, of course. Now, this is going to be able to perform the barrier that this one might be in place. So, this is going to be able to take one shot, 2 shots is definitely might be able to go there. Alright. This is going to be able to take plenty more grabs of the gravity that this one might perform, and have a little boulder throw that this one might be able to give a good stun effect that this one might go in. Alright, looks like my teammates are now claiming the objectives. So close to get there. So let's just gonna be able to throw this one in. Yep, that's how it happens, that trying to perform a rock throw that this one might get stunned. Alright. This one might be able to cancel the turn that this is gonna be able to deal with some damage for it. Well, dealing with the whole hog ultimate ability that this one might be able to use the shield, so this one might be able to push in for. Alright. Just gonna be able to observe the barrier, and now just gonna be able to throw it here. Alright. Just gonna keep going until this is gonna might need to take a lot of few objectives that this one might perform. Alright, perform the gravity, and this is gonna be able to do it. Alright. Now that was a very good sacrifice roll that this one might be able to take some opposing heroes to take some gravity that this will might be able to stay on it, and then slam it down at any seconds whenever it hits the ground. Okay, looks like just gonna be able to push in to perform the barrier, and looks like they just bring out Bastion in the match, so it's gonna be very tougher against that this is gonna be able to go in. Okay, just gonna go in and then have something to be able to absorb the gravity that this one might be needed. Well, might be able to learn this gravity whenever it gets close.
Activating the barrier.
Alright, just gonna have to be able to activate the barrier and then throw another rock at them. Well, looks like might be need to be able to have to perform. So, hope this is gonna be able to get there closer to get. Alright, bring the barrier back to Sigma, and now this is gonna be able to regroup. Okay. Curious one efforts that this is gonna might need to take. Alright, just gonna be able to stay in there, and now just gonna be able to try to break the barrier. Alright, Orisa's barrier destroyed. Now this is gonna be able to take a lot of time that this one might be able to capture this objective. Now this is gonna be able to keep going on into the next objective, so let's go and escort the payload. Now looks like it's just gonna be able to have to stay on it, and then this one might press forward. Alright, putting up the barrier in place, so this is gonna be able to stay on it, that this is gonna be able to take extensive damage, so this one might be able to have to save the energy that this will be in case. Alright, just gonna be able to give a good grasp in. Okay, looks like they're gonna have to take one holding the line defense strategy is gonna get everything going. Now, it is gonna be very gravitational that this is gonna be able to have to take everything going. So maybe this one might be able to perform a gravitational rock throw that this one might be able to give a stun for it. Okay, looks like getting a little bit caught up on the line, so just gonna be able to take the different routes. Alright, finally got him stunned. Now, looks like this is going to be able to find a good distraction spot that's just going to be able to go in there. Okay, shield's broken, and now it's just going to be able to take a little bit of time that this one might be able to recharge. Well, probably objects that this one might be needed for, so just going to be able to check again. Okay, so maybe this might be able to absorb kinetic projectiles in front of you, so maybe this is different, might be able to have to do this trick. Okay, alright, let's try this, and now this is going to be able to give it extensive damage that this one might be included. Alright, putting up a barrier in case of emergency as anything noticed. Alright, press on, and now barrier down. Looks like this is going to be able to take very defenseless, that this is going to be able to go there. Alright, just going to be able to save myself. Just going to be able to convert into some absorbed shields that this one might need in case. Alright, here we go. This is going to be able to perform the gravitational trick that this one might be able to go in. Now, it's going to be able to have a little hard chance that this one might perform some kills, because doing some gravity ultimate trick could probably be able to have to take few lower damage to the enemy heroes that this one might need it. Now, we're just going to be able to have to place it here and now throw a rock. Alright, looks like escorting the payload is continuing on to do it. Now, it's going to be able to take a little bit of time that this is going to be able to hold out to be able to endure. Okay, that should do it. Now, this one might be able to have a few more tricks that this one might need to do practice.
60 seconds.
Okay, looks like we're gonna have to keep going, and now we're almost there to the second checkpoint. Alright, barrier stand up is on the go. So it's gonna be able to take a little bit of time that this one might be able to stay on it. Now it is very impressive that this is gonna be able to stay on it.
This is not the end.
Now, looks like barrier down. just gonna stay covered, and now just gonna be able to take a little bit time for, so just gonna be able to give a little bit nearby heroes that this one might be able to convert and absorbs. Okay, moving up the payload is gonna be able to, oh man, looks like getting a little bit shield damage that this is gonna be able to get there for it. Okay, well that was close. Now looks like still got enough time for 2 minutes to go. So let's just gonna be able to keep moving on in the payload. Is gonna get everything has to stay on going. Okay. Looks like I'm on the five player kill streak. Now this is gonna be able to take plenty more time that this one might be able to take good strategy tips that this one might perform. Alright, looks like almost there and got taken down. So almost there to be able to reach up onto the position is going to get everything ready. Now looks like this is going to be take a lot of skills that this one might be able to get there. So almost there to be able to reach up the ultimate ready. So this is going to be able to have to take plenty 2 shots that this one might be able to use these particle gravity objects that this is definitely might be seeded for. So alright, that was a very good excellent victory match, folks. Now that was a very good excellent victory win. So I hope that this is definitely might be very good. So here's mid-stuff play of the game. Very good tactical strategy to be able to use the heal and damage on enemy heroes. So good play as Moria is definitely might be very excellent skills to do it. Now that was very excellent. I just got over 15,000. So very good to be able to take damage block as Sigma is definitely might be very impressive. So this is definitely might be a very good skills that this is going to be keep it going. So almost there to reach 1200 of the damage absorbed is definitely might be having the best career average is definitely might be very good. So good thing that was a very good play that this is going to be able to go in there. So brilliant astrophysicist Hyperion-D. Cooper gained the ability to control gravity when an experiment went terribly wrong. Now Talon manipulates him to their own ends. So he is part of Talon. So he is definitely might be a very good divine gravity of an experiment. So good thing that that was a very good looking hero, and this is definitely might be able to have a lot of skins that has everything included. So there's the blue and the green, the orange, and mostly the pink color. And here's some 2 epic skins is Dr. J. Kuiper, and also that a second epic skin is Talon. So he is part of the Talon with the skin outfit. So he is one of them. And looks like 2 legendary skins is the Asylum. So this is definitely might be seen aboard, and looks like Subject Sigma. So this is definitely might be shown differences of these 2 legendary skins, and the other 2 is the Oracle and the Prophet. Wow, can I say that these are the new skins are definitely might be pretty cool. So this is definitely might be very amazing to see it. So this is definitely might be able to have some emotes included. So this is going to be able to have the round of applause, inconcentrio, the laugh, and the observations, and the relaxation. Well, good thing that he's also bringing some rocks to be able to perform. Very peaceful relaxation by taking a gravity. Now here's some victory poses has also to be included by 3. So there's some observations, poise, and the relaxation. Same thing like the emotes. So this is definitely might be seen that this is going to be quite be able to see this moment. So here are the voice lines that this one might be able to have. 11 of them was also included. So let's hear it.
I don't think you understand the gravity of this situation. A pattern forms. Approaching escape velocity. The answers lie beyond our stars. Can you hear that music? Fascinating. Hold it together. Da-da-da. Ha, ik weet het. Wie boter op zijn hoofd heeft, moet uit de zon blijven. Doe maar normaal, hè? Dan doe je al gek genoeg. Many find the universe confusing. That's the beauty of it.
Now, this is definitely might be very brilliant and impressive, and this is going to be quite be able to have 11 force lines that this might cost 25 currency. So there are some sprays that definitely might be able to include it. So just going to be able to take a while to be able to load. So just going to be able to scroll down and see that this is going to be quite very. See that this will might have. So there's some other sprays that this is definitely might be able to have everything you can get. So it is very quite gravitational sprays is definitely might be seen it. So good thing that if you guys have already got these sprays, because this is definitely might be pretty cool to see it, because this is experimental that this might be able to rise up to be able to see it. And luckily that the sigma symbol is definitely might be able to have the letters and mapped is definitely might be very conveniently well to be able to perform a symbol. Can I say that this is definitely might be super cool to be able to get these sprays is definitely might be very cool. So this is definitely might be able to have everything to be able to get these sprays. So here are the highlight intros has definitely might be seen it. So here's the Accretion performing a one good rock throw, and the Kinetic Grasp has definitely might be absorbed with the energy. That whoop might be able to use it on the enemy attacks, but this might use it as its own shield. And what comes up and what comes down. Now that was a very good highlight intro for these three, because it is very one experimental. So these are the only weapons that Sigma use, so this is definitely might be able to have a very good default and also the golden as well. So this is definitely might be very experimental to be able to take 2 shots that this one might be able to do it automatically to be able to perform. Just like throwing some 2 rocks at once, so maybe this is definitely a very good hero that this one might be able to perform. So this is going to be able to be very good that this is going to be able to get ready. So let's just going to be able to do for another match that this is going to get everything will be ready for, because it is very good to be able to try it out. Sigma as the newest hero in the update is definitely might be super cool to be able to perform a good gravity ultimate ability is very technique to be able to perform. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this match. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links in the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be see you guys next time for continuing on Overwatch, and I'll see you guys later. Hyperion-Blue-GT, signing out.